Just a moment. Okay, I think we are good to go. Hi, everybody. I'm extremely delighted to extend a warm welcome to all the investors, sustainability leaders, and startups who are joining in today for EthAum's Venture Partner Sustainability Innovation Pitches. Just to introduce myself, this is Pankaj Gupta, Managing Partner at EthAum. We are a deep tech revenue scaler based in Singapore with approximately 100 B2B and global startups in the portfolio. Sir James Paul McCartney, the legendary singer, songwriter, and musician, famously said, "There must be a better way to make the things we want, a way that does not spoil the sky or the rain or the land." And we at EthAum take pride in finding and supporting such solutions that are sustainable, that are good for the environment. Sustainability is increasingly becoming a key concern for businesses across industries and across the globe. As the world population continues to grow and resources become limited, businesses are realizing the need for a plan to adopt and operationalize sustainable practices and innovative solutions to minimize their environmental impact. And that's the reason we at EthAum took responsibility to identify some truly inspiring sustainability startups and showcase them to the sustainability leaders and investors. Presenting startups come from all over the world and have built unique innovative solutions to help us achieve sustainability in different aspects of the business. For example, food tech, agriculture, real estate, fashion, energy production, and consumption. We also have a very diverse and amazing jury with a lot of experience in the investment and sustainability space. The jury will rate startups according to a number of criteria and provide feedback at the end of the event. Now, I would request our jury members to introduce themselves so that we can learn from them about their sustainability practices and get inspired. I would request jury members to keep the introduction short, probably 30 to 45 seconds. And if I may request Anna to go first. Anna, please.
Of course. Thank you very much, guys, for having me. Really excited to be here with you. And I had a quick look at the descriptions. They all look great. I have been in GSK for 18 years now. Over that time, I've been working on various parts of the ESG agenda, advancing the environmental, social, and government sides of our practice. The last 4 years I've spent in our vaccines business, heading the sustainability program. So that's me. Hopefully I fit in that time. Over to the next person.
Thanks a lot, Anna. Appreciate your time today. Cans? We cannot hear you. Sorry. You may probably want to change your mic setting.
Yeah, maybe I'll pass the chance to another one.
Now we can hear you. Please go ahead. Continue.
Okay, cool. Thank you for having me today. I'm Kenneth. I'm from Zurich Insurance, and I'm take care of the sustainability and strategy here. And I'm very glad here to see so many startups here having different proposition. And yeah, we're always looking for partners like this. And I'm very happy to share my insights and thoughts and exchange our ideas in this platform. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Kans. Really appreciate your time. Renard, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Renard from Yinson. We are an energy infrastructure and services company headquartered in Malaysia. So my role primarily in the company is to help drive a lot of the sustainability strategy and really looking at insights in the energy market. Really excited to be here and can't wait to hear some of the amazing pitches today.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Renard. Appreciate your time. Penny?
Hey everyone, hope you can hear me. Great to be here. I'm looking very much forward to all the pitches today. I'm a partner at ERM. We are the world's largest sustainability consultancy. My role as a partner is I lead our digital practice across Asia Pacific. And what that means is I am always supporting clients on technology, and advancements, innovation to helping them address their ESG ambitions. So really delighted to see how I can share my insights and the good stuff that's going to happen in the next hour or so. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Penny. Appreciate your time. Marcus, could you please go ahead?
Yes, good morning, everybody. I'm Marcus Blair. I'm the head of sustainability, external relations at ArcelorMittal, Liberia. I guess I'm the only mining person here. Is that correct? All right. So, yeah, looking forward to this. To be honest, this is my first time doing this, so I mean, of this nature. So, I'm excited to be a part of this. And I think one of the things I'm looking forward to from here is getting insight into how to do similar things in our communities. Not necessarily this, but there are various great ideas that community people have, especially young people, about how to improve various things like sanitation, how to use the internet to start up small businesses and so forth. So, hey,
Thank you.
I'm charging and learning. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Marcus. Appreciate your time today. Prab, and I should do a special mention of Prab because she's dialing in at 4 a.m. her time from Toronto. Prab, please.
That just shows how passionate I am about sustainability.
Exactly.
So good morning on my end. My name is Prab. I'm Vice President of Sustainability with Aecon Construction Group. It's Canada's largest infrastructure and construction company. I'm very used to working with startups. I work with startups on looking at low carbon concrete, low carbon construction materials, alternatives for construction equipment. So very much used to the idea of working with startups. So I'm really looking forward to hearing the pitches today. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Prab. Again, appreciate your time. Si Wong, please.
Hey everyone. So I'm Si Wang from Hong Kong Science and Technology Parks Corporation. So we're the largest technology accelerator based in Hong Kong. So we have funding programs and of course a lot of different ways that we can support the startups. And of course, sustainability and green technology is also one of the sectors that we're closely monitoring. And of course, if any startups, are interested in entering, potentially Hong Kong or, Asia in general, more than happy to see how we can help. And I'm really looking forward to, the pitches moving forward, and great to see all of you guys as well.
And I should mention that Hong Kong Science and Technology Park has one of the most robust deep tech ecosystem for the deep tech startups, especially in the sustainability and clean tech space. And HKSTP has been a great partner from a long time. So thanks a lot, Si Wang, for joining us today. Devendra, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Devendra Pandey. I come from India, Mumbai, and that makes me say good afternoon. But I know that good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all would be appropriate depending on where you are currently. But I head technical services and sustainability in the concrete business, ready mix concrete in India. I represent Ultratech Cement Limited. We are the largest player in the country here in concrete and cement. And in functionally, I look after technical services and as well as engagement with startups and various sustainability initiatives here. So I'm looking forward to this conversation, getting insights and contribute here. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Devendra. Hugh?
Hello, so I'm Hugues Allo. I work for Uma Venture, a Hong Kong single family office, and I'm in charge of the early stage venture capital practice. We invest across environment, supply chain, and fintech. And it's a pleasure to be there. Thank you, Prankash, for the invitation.
Thanks a lot. Again, thanks to the jury members for being part of the event today. I'm sure we will have some interesting questions from the jury. Jurors, please don't forget to score startups after their pitch. We will also seek your final take at the end of the pitches. Also, please use the jury suffix with your name so that audience can identify you easily. Before diving into the pitches, I would love to share some housekeeping rules. Please keep yourself muted throughout the presentation. Unmute yourself when it is required when you want to ask a question. Please use the chat section for Q&A only. Don't, if there are service providers, please don't spam it. Raise your hand using an emoji if you want to ask question. And now it's time for the first presentation, which is Elpida Research from Romania, which built plant vaccine to reduce pesticides usage in the agricultural sector. And here we go.
Hi everyone. I am Dr. Santa, CEO of Elpida Research, and I will present our innovative Green Express vaccine solution. Imaging a world without diseases. This is our mission to provide treatments and prophylactic vaccines addressed to health, pharma, biotechnology and agri-food sector with great implication in environment, climate change, GHG emission and footprint. Current challenges in vaccination are hindering the progress of global health, including limited access to vaccines, distribution inefficiencies, low immunization, lack of vaccines, treatments for resistant agents to antibiotics, needs for high-performance equipment and personnel, with high cost. Elpida Green Express, we used 7-step in production, from isolation, fixation and inactivation of microorganisms, co-cultivation in bioreactor with 10 plant support, to stimulate innate immune system of plants and produce specific protein. Inhibit or kill microbiological agents tested. We used AI with QCR technology in order to match extracting protein from vaccine to internal protein parts of microbiological agents, and create a database for different bacterial, virus or fungi agents. After the extracting protein from culture, we proceed to mixed with nano compounds, final sterilized processing, packaging and store. Nanovaccine. It is a revolutionary breakthrough, designed to treat most common diseases in health and agri-food, including high-resistant microorganisms to antibiotics. It is a fast and effective vaccine solution, protects to specific diseases of plant, animal and humans, in just 3 doses, with vaccine rappel after 21 days. We have developed 24 types of vaccine products for environment, home, hospitals, surface, disinfection, waste management, and different types of diseases in plants culture. Elpida Green Express have impact in healthcare Group A and agri-food Group B, addressed to Class 2 and 3 of new prophylactic vaccine and treatments products. As a market strategy, we used 3 steps. Step 1, production of vaccine, quality testing and safety testing. Step 2, labs testing, safety tested in clinical trial 1 to 3 for health products and tested in labs and fields to agri-food products. Step 3, the sale and distribution of vaccine. Evidence of the nanovacine in combating with extremely high efficiency various diseases demonstrate harnessing the latest advancements in nanotechnology and paving way for a healthier world. Here it is an example in EIT food test in labs and show how resistant microorganisms are killed in a concentration of 5 milliliters of vaccine add in microorganisms culture. Potential to grow. It is 60% offline and 40% online sales. As a scalability, we use distributors in EU and international market, and as a sales strategy we use direct and indirect channels, distributors, retail of vaccine products. As a strategy and customers, we develop new vaccines addressed to health, pharma, agri-food market, also for other types of diseases. Dynamics show increased sales with 40% and expected to tripling in next year. Competitive advantage show customer lock-in, long-term agreements, high regulation for health and medium for agri-food sector. As a bioproduct, create a strong branding and pending processing for IPO intellectual property. Benefits: vaccine provide faster immunization in just 14 days, high effective of 90–100%, environmentally friendly, reducing GHG emission and footprint with 111 tons of CO2 per year, per one application, and represent a gigaton solution for environment and climate change. Market segmentation show 200k patients, customers in Romania, potential to growth to 10 million euros by 2025, 2 million patients, customers in Eastern Europe, potential to growth to 50 million by 2028, 20 million patients, customers in EU region, potential to growth to 100 million by 2030, worldwide 230 million. Expected to growth by 2035. Case study testing for customer value proposition show for 500k products per year, cut 25% of general cost, from 75 million euros per year to 300 million euros per year for competition, with annual saving cost of 225 million euros. Competition are represented by health, pharma, agri-food producers of treatment and vaccine. We present extended business plan with terms of implementation, strategy to develop, indicators, score of valuation and SWOT analyze. For health, final products have a price of 270 euros per product, subscription model of 30 euros per month, with an burn rate of 50k per month. We also present a business model for agri-food sector with a final price of €35 product and our financial revenue, cash flow and financial prediction. Traction model show we have product market fit and prepare to growth and scale model. Company have 10 team members, advisory board represent by John Bladaru, head of agri-food vaccine department, Sabin Sinka, head of medical vaccine department, Joan Kukui, head of managerial department, Ileana Claudia Santa. Head of financial, and myself as a CEO. Let's invest in new sustainable vaccine product. Thank you.
Okay, questions for Dan?
Great. Please.
I have a quick question, so thank you very much. That was very fascinating. If you can hear me okay, I was just wondering in terms of packaging and distribution, because obviously the environmental benefit of the vaccination itself is super clear, but how do you deal with the plastic and PVC aspects of the packaging and then the low carbon distribution? I know you mentioned the direct and indirect channels, but this is something that we struggle with, so just keen to understand your thoughts here.
Yes, actually in this area it's a requirement for the packaging. Our company use packaging for 5 type of product, respectively 1 liter and a small one, it's 100 milliliter. But regarding the plastic, it's a standard for this industry.
And what about the distribution impact? Did you look at this?
Actually, have a distributor importers and exporters of vaccine. In agri-food, our product it's authorized to Eastern Europe, and for the health require clinical trial 1-3. But our approach is different from other company because for agri-food sector, our company have authorization as a bioproduct, and for health, our approach to go to market is as a disinfection product.
Okay.
Because otherwise, it's a long way. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you may be seeing poll on your screen. Please respond to that. And if you have more questions or comments for Dan, please use Zoom chat section. Next is Reflaunt. It's a Singaporean and Portuguese startup. Stephanie, her team are bringing circularity to the fashion industry. And here we go.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Crespin, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Reflaunt. For decades, first and second hand have been operating completely separated from one another. Same customer shops an item from a brand and then resells that item through a complete different experience. And this has been driving major inefficiencies for both customers and for brands. But this time is over. Resale and retail are converging and are mutually reinforcing. Today, customers have already started to shop first-hand and second-hand side by side and are assessing this item's value on the second-hand market as they make their first-hand purchase. But the resale market wasn't built in a day. It involves complex operations, issues around traceability, and requires heavy investments in technology. Few brands can afford to recreate this from scratch and have the capabilities. At Reflaunt, we empower brands with a resale service by equipping them with a white label technology and operations that allow them to painlessly convert secondary sales into repeat purchases. We build for them their branded resale experience while delivering the highest liquidity for their customers' items by selling these pieces not only on their channels, but also on the widest network of secondhand retailers. So let me walk you through it. The customer of the brand shops a bag with brand.com, decides a few months later that it's left idle in her closet. She goes back to her brand account and seamlessly clicks on the resell button next to that bag. That triggers automatically a product ID and shipping label. Once the item is received in the warehouse, it's inspected, and her credits are automatically added to her account. We observe that customers spend 3 to 4 times more in a new order. In the meantime, the item product information are then automatically broadcasted and put for sale on a network of marketplaces, including the brand.com e-commerce. Once the item has sold on one of the channels, the product is shipped to the end buyer. Finally, products that are not in condition to be resold are recycled. The results across our brands are extremely exciting. What these metrics show is that 1, our resale service has allowed our retail partners to tap into and acquire a new audience. 1 out of 5 customers are new and has spent 3.2 times more. 2, you acquire new customers with a pre-loved offer. 2 out of 3 customers are new. And 3, you tap into a global network of more than 350 million shoppers, allowing you to maximize the sales of your products with an 85% sell-through. Reflaunt has generated close to 6 million annual revenue with a 65% past 3-year annual growth rate, and we are raising $3 to $5 million as an extension of our Series A. We started in a world where Chanel was suing RealReal, and we're now powering the resale experience for some of the industry's biggest players, including Balenciaga, Net-a-Porter, and Harvey Nichols, among others. We're only scratching the surface of the secondhand market, and we still have so many brands to convert. But we're excited, and we're just getting started. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's take questions for Stephanie.
Hi there, it's Penny here. I have a question. So I think it's fantastic, the resale concept, but in terms of the logistics and being able to have these products shipped back, and then I imagine as a global or regional scalability, have you guys also addressed the sort of the carbon emissions from that aspect as well? So on one side, the resale is great because the circular economy, but also the carbon impact and what that means, you know, from an investability perspective as well.
Stephanie, please unmute yourself.
So we've partnered up with big players such as DHL to have hubs that are more local. So we have one in Europe, one in the UK, in US, Singapore, and so on. It is still, I mean, we still need to ship items like a normal e-commerce. So giving it a second life and diverting it from landfill still compensates the impact of shipping. But we are working on different solutions such as drop-off in store, drop-off in different courier points. So customers do have the choice to participate in contributing to reducing the footprint.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Penny. Any other question?
Yeah, just a quick question. How do you plan on differentiating yourself from organizations or companies like Poshmark? Because there are a lot of companies coming up in this space. So how would you say you're different than Poshmark?
So we're not a marketplace ourselves. We're not a retailer. We integrate different marketplaces, including Poshmark, Vinted, Vestiaire Collectif, and we sell on a network of marketplaces and retailers. So we don't have a cost of acquisition of supply or buyers because we tap into the brand's customer on one side and buyers of the marketplaces on the other.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prab.
Can I have a quick one?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So I think it's great. I think there's a huge opportunity in the circular economy and going full throttle with it. So my question is whether you thought of exploring different aspects of the circular economy. So, you know, the kind of promoting customer behaviors, responsible consumption, but also maybe some regeneration long term. Have you thought basically of exploring the full concept of circular economy long term?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're doing it step by step because it's already a complex value chain to put together. But to give you an example, we're also partnering up with recyclers to divert all the products that are flawed to partners that can actually recycle these damaged pieces. We're working with the brands and with the retailers to have messaging and education more upstream to inform the customer more on products that have the durability and desirability on the secondhand market. So things are I mean, we are looking at it as a whole, but it's step by step and integrating more and more the sustainability and circularity aspect.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Anna. And if you have more questions and comments for Stephanie, please use the chat section. Next is Faradai from UK, bringing complete energy consumption and carbon emission analytics to the MNCs globally. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. This is Shaheen. I'm co-founder and CEO of Faradai. I'm glad to be here with you all. Faradai digitizes and supercharges the real-time decarbonization management for commercial real estate and industrial facilities. We focus on manufacturing mostly as they are the most carbon-intensive sectors. So there are mainly two big challenges in decarbonization that we target. The complexity of handling the fragmented and real-time data, collecting it, ingesting, acquiring it, and also verifying it. That is the first challenge. And the second one, to utilize that data in real time to go beyond static carbon accounting, to go for decarbonization intelligence. That is where we focus on. So with our Net Zero Intelligence platform, we provide analytics, reporting solutions, and AI solutions to consolidate enterprise carbon management, ESG analytics, and decarbonization management in one integrated platform. Here we help energy and sustainability managers, ESG managers, facilities managers to collect, analyze, and report energy and sustainability related data, waste, water, and other carbon data in one platform by providing that streamlined data collection and analytics service to provide a single global hub for the enterprise data for sustainability. We collect all carbon emissions and other related data, and at the end of the day, we simplify it, we speed up the reporting analytics operations and make it efficient to run decarbonization projects. This is in a nutshell our platform architecture. We start with collection, acquisition of different data sets from IoT devices, real-time data, meters, ERP system integrations, BMS, SCADA, or other supply chain system integrations. And we heavily utilize AI here in data ingestion, data quality check, and better emission factor matching. On top of that, we have different offerings like data profiling, hotspot detection, and we have solutions such as carbon management, ESG reporting, decarbonization management, and 24/7 electricity procurement analytics. And on top of that, we have an AI copilot, which I will mention in detail. In summary, we have our sustainability product line, including carbon intelligence and ESG intelligence for managing all the carbon emission reporting, target setting, compliance, offsetting, and similarly for ESG data collection, reporting, compliance, and ESG data benchmarking, and the decarbonization product suite, including energy, electricity procurement analytics to provide a real-time energy mix analytics, how much energy you are using for renewables and for fossil fuel, how is your energy procurement performance. We are showing it hour by hour. And on top of that, we have energy consumption analytics, providing real-time data analytics for energy performance, energy anomalies for especially multi-chain, multi-portfolio of buildings. Here's some dashboards, some example user interfaces from our modules. They're all dynamic, customizable, and flexible dashboards for different requirements of different personas. We heavily spend and invest in AI roadmap, and here are some AI use cases we have been developing, such as sustainability scorecards, carbon hotspot detection, or net zero copilot. I'm gonna focus on the copilot part. We built a very advanced large language model powered AI tool to respond all the questions coming from sustainability managers, ESG managers, and so on, related to their compliance process, data to collect, how to report, and very detailed data about their energy performance and their supply chain ESG performance. Here are some use cases from different clients, such as like biggest banks in the Middle East, and also Tetra Paks all around the world. We centralize and digitize all the carbon, ESG, and energy management in just one platform. That is what enterprise clients requires, an integrated platform, a single source of truth for all enterprise decarbonization processes. We are right now in 42 countries. We have clients in different sectors. It's a cross-industry solution. More than 120 enterprise clients we have been serving, like CBRE, Marks & Spencer, Vodafone, Shell, IKEA, Allianz, and so on. Like each client, we have customizable dashboards, reportings, different compliance schemas, and rule engines and AI modules to easily customize without any code implementation. They are all platform as a service approach. Yeah, that's in a nutshell, Faradai. Thanks a lot for listening to me. I would love to answer your questions.
Thank you. We can take one question for Faradai.
Sorry, can I jump in again? Is that okay?
Yep.
A great concept. Love that. So I'm familiar with this sort of decarbonisation tool. Can you tell me how it connects into assisting infrastructure, into abatement, abatement scenario planning and so forth? Does it have that capability?
Yeah, about the carbon abatement scenarios, we have Science-Based Target Initiative module, which we put it as a framework to help our clients to put automated targets. And also we understand their carbon emissions for scope 1, 2, 3, and we can assign automated targets based on the industry benchmarks. It is also possible for such a decision support mechanism. And after we got all these target settings, we enable them to monitor how they are progressing with their targets. We have a measurement verification module. We automatically measure and verify how their decarbonization projects, such as a renewable project or an energy efficiency project, is going, and the cumulative saving impact, both technical and financial. We can also report all those abatement efforts.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Shaheen. And if there are more questions for Faradai, please feel free to use Zoom chat section. You may be seeing poll on your screen. Please respond to that. Next is ES Gentle from USA, which is bringing sustainability analytics and consciousness to the retail consumers. Here we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Lana. I'm the CEO of ES Gentle.
My name is Vadim. I'm CTO of ES Gentle.
Sustainable food is often perceived as some exclusive and expensive shopping experience that is hard to find. But in reality, you can find sustainable brands and products in almost every store. You just don't know what they are. As a consumer, do you have time to research every single brand out there? I don't. But if I don't do it, does it mean I don't care? Of course not. So the problem ES Gentle is here to solve. is the absence of sustainable shopping guidance in grocery. There is a huge market of sustainability conscious customers, but there are so many times we're not capturing them. And that results in 15% of unrealized gain per retail chain and 20 to 30% per producer. So how do we capture them? We offer reporting software for producers and sell market insights to retailers. What does it really mean? One, we bring cost savings on compliance for producers. 2, we monetize sustainability data. And 3, we activate a high-value customer. Impact-wise, we're looking to decarbonize 1/3 of global emissions by creating a financial incentive for companies to compete for sustainability-conscious customers. Previously, if you have a business and you decarbonize it, great job, high five, but that's about it. With ESGentle, we help you reach your end customer and capture additional revenue. The SEC is raising the compliance bar, so we see the trend of growing market of ESG tools, and today CPG accounts for about 25 billion. Our business model is an annual subscription fee for reporting software and market insights. Our competitive advantage is that 1, we focused on the niche area, which is packaged grocery. 2, we don't only help with collecting data and reporting it, but also passing it directly to consumers in the form of EcoScore in their favorite marketplaces. And 3, the only provider that covers grocery works only with producers, while we work directly with stores, unifying customer experience both online and in person. Traction-wise, we got a paid pilot, received angel investment, completed an MVP, and we have an enterprise sale on the way. Personally, I have background in sales and product management and fintech, specifically working with the ESG data. This is our team, and now I would like to open up the floor for questions.
Fantastic. Let's take questions. Any questions for Lana?
Hi, Lana. This is Candice. Thank you for your presentation. I understand how you're going to engage your customers because your software is very individual driven. So how are you getting and acquiring your customers to get engaged on the journey?
So our software is it's a B2B sale. That's the clarification number 1. So we partnering with top managers of grocery stores, specifically online marketplaces, and we provide sustainability data from TK filings, green certifications, impact reporting, and we just help them guide the consumer. So the consumer would be user of our data. It would not be our direct customer. And since we already did the pilot, we learned that for basically for us as a business, it's faster to grow with e-commerce space, but for businesses and for consumers specifically, there are so much unstructured data, lack of quick answers, and that's how we learned that there was also a need for some type of scoring to make it easy.
Thank you, Candice.
I hope I answered your question.
Thank you. There's a question from Anna.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, how would you kind of promote to use the data you provide across your final customers, so the actual consumer? Because I think that's a little bit challenging. Plus, keeping in mind that, I think there's some statistics that there around 75% of consumers says they would like to make, in fact, the ESG choices, but it's less than the half that actually does it. So there's a lot of, behavior to shift. So I think it's important for me to understand how are you driving the behavior of the end customer and getting them to use your tool effectively. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So that's a great question. Again, going back to our model, we partnering with e-commerce marketplaces. I cannot name the one that we're working with today because it hasn't finalized yet. But just like you go on booking.com and you see sustainability rating for hotels, we're doing the same for groceries. So we're telling producers, hey, you're already spending this much on reporting tools. Just we'll help you standardize, provide benchmarking, and we'll integrate your data with marketplaces. So it's right there. When you go on, let's say, Amazon, you will see it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lana. And thank you, Anna. Again, kudos to Lana. She's actually responding to these questions at 1:42 a.m. her time in California. So we must appreciate her grit to do this. And if you have more questions for Lana, please feel free to use Zoom chat section. Next is CloudWorks. It's a startup from India that has made the creation of enterprise metaverse and digital twins as easy as creating a PowerPoint presentation. And here we go.
Hi, I'm Yuvraj, founder and CEO of CloudWorks. We've created a no-code platform that lets you create 3D apps for enterprise metaverse, such as digital twins, allowing you to achieve business insights 10x faster and reduce your time to market by 80%. We call it CloudWorks Studio. Before I start the pitch, I'd like to talk about an inevitable growing force, digitization. Factories are going to look very different by the end of this decade. Every aspect of work that can take place digitally will become more immersive, allowing your workforce to gain real-time, real-world insights right from their desk as they manipulate and interact with 3D replicas of their factory called digital twins. This is not something that's far-fetched, it's already happening around us. Businesses are building amazing products to solve problems that they didn't even know existed until they saw it in 3D. But there's a big problem. Only 0.0007% of factories have implemented it. Because 3D application development is hard. It requires experienced developers, costly game engine licenses, and months to convert your factory to 3D and make it actionable over an app, driving the cost of implementation to $1 million per factory. Thus out of reach of 6.2 million factories who want to implement it but can't. This is not okay. Digital twins are amazing and we want every factory to have this. The good news is that we're getting there faster than ever before. The advent of no-code and low-code frameworks is making it simpler by the day to create applications. IoT has been around for almost a decade and has been making our factories more connected. 3D scanning has evolved to an iPhone app, which can be used by anyone to get accurate 3D models. We just need a framework that combines elements of 3D and IoT in a no-code fashion so that anyone can create 3D apps even without knowing the technical complexities that go behind these solutions. This is where we step in. Our vision is to make digital twins and 3D simple and accessible through our no-code platform that makes the creation of 3D applications as easy as creating a PowerPoint slide. The first step is to connect your sensors, devices, data lakes, ERP systems, etc. Second, create the look and feel of an app by customizing and editing the web, mobile, and 3D models. Lastly, modify data parameters, link interactions, create simulations, and embed contextual 3D analytics on your app, and publish it in one click. Powered by a tech stack based on a granted US patent, our solution has already been deployed for homes, buildings, factories, ports, terminals, utility centers, and even cities, making them smarter and more efficient and allowing them to make more informed decisions more quickly. We make money in two stages. The first is a recurring revenue through the platform license based on the available plans from Viewer, Editor, Editor Plus, and Enterprise. The second is a one-time cost of creating the 3D sandbox, which is customized for every enterprise or use case. Our solution has been actively deployed in 3 locations by the Government of Spain, Trileco, and the Government of Finland for smart ports, Industry 4.0, and waste management twins, respectively. Our upcoming client pipeline comprises of organizations with annual revenue greater than $1 billion, with whom we've secured LOIs and long-term contracts to enable enterprise metaverse and digital twin solutions for multiple use cases, ranging from education, banking, ESG, brands, sales, and training. In the end, we have a platform that allows us to link any real-time or historical data to a 3D model. The global digital twin industry was valued at $6.5 billion in 2021. Given our assumption of an ACV of $50K per deployment, our SOM becomes $1 billion through an estimated number of 20,000 plus deployments over the next 3 to 5 years. The best part is that we don't have any direct competitors who are focusing on industrial and enterprise metaverse with a combination of no-code, IoT, and 3D. There are some of the solutions which come close to achieving what we are doing, and it's clearly evident that the flexibility and no-code capabilities that are offered with CloudWorks Studio are unmatched. Also, we're the only solution that allows you to take the code output. The team comprises of 18 developers, generalists, and artists who come from a gaming, VFX, and IoT background. I've been a thought leader in the field of IoT and 3D for quite a few years and was also featured in Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia in the 2016 edition. Our CTO and co-founder Kaushik comes from a startup background, having been the CTO of Primark. Our CBO is Mr. Dinesh Prasad, who was the head of Qualcomm India and South Asia for the past 2 decades. We're raising a seed round, which will largely be used in sales and customer acquisition, along with product development, during which we will be expanding to US, Middle East, ANZ, and ASEAN markets, and launching the asset marketplace and B2D version of the product by Q3. The enterprise metaverse is like a gold rush. The Metas are digging the gold, the NVIDIAs are selling the access. But we're the third type. The type that's making this gold rush accessible and reachable to those who don't even know how to hold an axe. Join us in the movement. Thank you.
Fantastic. Yuvraj is available to answer any difficult question that you may have. Questions for Yuvraj?
Yeah, so functionally, what's a use case for a factory, let's say a factory produce boards? What is going to bring them that they don't have without the digital twin?
Yeah, so one of the primary needs for digital twins arose from the whole concept of IoT in the first place. So these are factories or units which jumped on the IoT bandwagon almost a decade ago. At this point, they're at a stage where they have more than hundreds or 200s units of automation deployed in a factory. So there's only so many graphs, charts, and dashboards that a team can look at to actually make sense of what is going on in the factory. So this is one of the basic problems which digital twins started off with, which was basically a better way to visualize data in the form of 3D. Now, once that became the fundamental ground truth for the entire organization, there are tons of other applications that can open up, which could be around controlling, simulation, monitoring, education, and other aspects. So it eventually becomes a platform for the next decade of enterprise software and visualization in some sense.
Thank you, Yugos. Thank you, Yuvraj. Any other question or comment? Okay. Again, if you have more questions or comments, please use Zoom chat section. Next is QE Labs from Singapore, which offers an aerial solution for life cycle management of PV assets. And here we go.
Good day, estimated investors. I'm Yan, CEO and co-founder of Quantify Energy Labs, QE Labs for short. Let me introduce you to our game-changing solution in the solar PV industry, the autonomous drone EL mapping. QE Labs was founded with the mission to ensure the sustainable growth of the solar industry. We offer digital solutions to navigate solar investment risks, increasing field inspection productivity through computer vision, autonomous UAVs, and provide AI-driven insights into PV system health. Solar energy is now leading the electrification revolution and will be continue growing to meet the energy demand in the AGI era. However, this comes with its own set of problems. One well-known problem is that system performance over degradation is a common issue. Recent studies by Enro shows that the median annual degradation rate is 0.75%, which is fine. But with over 60% of systems in USA experience over degradation. There are multiple reasons that cause such over degradation, such as dust accumulation or equipment failure. Another survey from CEA showing that alarming increase in PV module defects, as shown in the ER images here. It is important to identify and timely replace the defect modules to ensure optimal system performance. But the challenge is there is no good solution so far to extending standard testing from factory, which is EL testing, to the field. The current solution is either too slow or often inaccurate. We recognize the gap and aim to create an efficient and effective solution. To address this challenge, we developed the autonomous drone EL mapping solution. It's a blend of unique hardware, software automation, and AI-driven analytics together with a digital twins platform. With this solution, QE Labs is well accepted as PV industry's PV module specialist doctor. Compared to other available inspection solutions in the market, QE Labs solution provides the best value for money diagnostics in terms of throughput, cost, level of details, and effectiveness. Our technology has been deployed in critical PV lifecycle stages, from initial inspection to revamping and repowering, with over 1 million modules measured by end of 2023. Our notable projects include the 60 megawatt floating PV in Singapore and the 200 megawatt PV farm in Australia, showcasing our capability for large-scale applications. After COVID pandemic, we have witnessed remarkable growth. We anticipate maintaining triple-digit growth rate over the next 2 years, propelled by our innovation and the increasing demand worldwide. We are operating in a huge market. With our revenue projection, we still be only covering a small percentage of the entire market. Since establishment, QE Labs received funding support through competitive government grants to develop the prototype. In 2022, we raised $1.5 million from the legendary investor Alvin Liu, who was one of the earlier co-founders of Tencent. Our existing business model is based on service model. We plan to raise pre-A fund to achieve the transition from a service model to an ecosystem platform model, as well as efforts in market education. This round will lay a solid foundation for our Series A hyperscale expansion. We plan to raise $3 million in the next round, in which half of the fund will be used to build infrastructure to enhance our capabilities. So far, we secured $1 million from co-investors, and we are looking for one ESG SAM investor to lead this round. In collaboration with our ecosystem partners, we aim to make an autonomous drone EL mapping accessible anytime, anywhere to our customer, just as easy as calling an Uber taxi. Thank you for your time. Hope to have your support in advancing innovation towards a sustainable future.
Let's take questions for QE Labs. Yeah, please go ahead, Anna.
Quick one. Apologies if I missed it, but what's your competitor market looking like?
Please go ahead, yeah.
So we have developed this solution based on our experience or long-term research work in Solar Energy Research Institute of Singapore at NUS. And so far in this niche market, we have developed the most or the only commercial viable solution for the solar industry globally. Basically, we do not have a direct or close competitor so far.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Anna. Any other question for Jan?
I have a follow-up questions. Actually, I shared similar questions with Anna. So it seems that your model does not take a lot of investment to invest. If you have no competitor right now, and if your business is profitable, do you think you have any competitor edge to differentiate yourself with your competitor? Because the entry barrier is quite low.
The entry barrier actually is quite high because of the scientific route. You need quite a lot of research before product development. The reason we're asking for pre-A round funding support is any new technology that you need long-term for market education. And this is what we are this is what we are facing now. We have great demand, but we have to go to each of the country and do the demo projects. And these take time and a lot of cost. And for a small startup, the best way would be raise a funding, go to those market, do the demo, and then actively acquire the following projects.
Thank you, Jan. Appreciate it. Again, if you have questions for Jan, comments, please use chat section. We'll be moving on to Oana Energy from Africa, which offers an AI-driven clean energy marketplace. And here we go.
This time last year, about a quarter of what it does for a litre of petrol. This is important because we do not have access to a stable national grid, so people use fuel generators to fill in these grid lapses. Because it has become so expensive, people are looking for alternatives like solar, but they struggle to find and finance it. On the other hand, these solar companies are failing to actually take advantage of this huge opportunity to scale and access this demand. So we built a platform that digitizes and standardizes solar installations and rapidly connects these installers with customers, suppliers, and all the resources they need to scale. If you want a solar product, you can come to our platform, let us know exactly what you want to power, and our algorithm lets you know the best suggestion for you. We then connect you to a quality, verified energy provider in your location, and we connect you to credits if you want a payment plan to spread out your payment. We provide a huge amount of value. We have this AI-driven 24/7 support, so you can always ask your questions, which solar providers are happy with because we frequently get asked the same questions over and over. So we can process these deals 4 times faster than what is typically available on the market. We have the best price because we have so many solar providers on our platform. They can actually access cheaper financing because we aggregate their inventory orders. These deals are then passed on to the end user, so everybody is happy. At the end of your time with your solar product, if you're moving or you want to upgrade, which is very frequently the case, you can then sell it back to us if you purchased it from us. Our revenue model is pretty straightforward. We take a subscription from the solar companies to access these services, and we take a 5 to 14% commission off of every transaction that happens on our platform. We have a gross merchandise value of $2,300 on average, and we have 80% gross margin. We're targeting these 800 million Nigerians who do not have access to adequate energy. We use these installers and fintech providers to partner with them and get them everything that they need to grow and scale. There's 20,000 solar providers in Nigeria alone, and we're all looking to displace these 14 million fuel generators. With only a little bit of this market having been penetrated, we are set to really make a huge impact in this space, in this market that's worth $15 billion. Now is the perfect time for us to scale. Fuel prices have become exorbitantly expensive, and people are constantly looking for alternatives. We've seen this global energy and climate crisis, and a lot of people are turning towards alternatives. But people are confused about what to go for. Somebody messaged us at 3:30 in the morning that they want to order the 500 watts because it's 3 a.m. and they cannot sleep because they're thinking about how to get fuel for work tomorrow. It's a terrible situation to be in. And so we were able to guide her that the 500 watt will not work and the solution that would actually work better for her. We can benefit from this early mover advantage because there's few players that have both the customer acquisition and the financing aspect together on one platform to service multiple customers at the same time throughout the process end to end. We had some solid traction with over 100 connections, 100K in revenue, and 155,000 USD in funding. We have some solid partnerships on the commercial side and on the governmental side so that we can access these key industries like hospitals, betting shops, telecoms that are mandated to transition towards solar, so we can just take a piece of all of those transactions. The accelerator programs that we've been part of really helped us to solidify our business model and gain access to market. So today we're raising 500K USD for market acquisition. We want 11,000 people to be solar powered in the next year and 350 solar providers on our platform, making even more money than they would without us. We want to have these smart data integrations to make our platform as seamless and be a product-led go-to-market strategy. We need to increase our staff strength, even though we do have a brilliant team on the leadership. We have Tayo, my CEO, who has a background in oil and gas and law, worked in one of the first renewable energy desks, and Charles, who has a background building software as a service, B2B startups, and really passionate about the future of artificial intelligence. Today, we are looking to help Africans to reclaim their power. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions for Natasha? Please unmute yourself.
Sorry, you mentioned you're AI-driven, but what do you use AI concretely for the business model? What's the use of it?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So right now, there are no AI models that can accurately tell you the best solar solution for your home business. So building that out so people can have a chatbot that you can just text basically to say what you want to power in your home or your location, and then it can get you an accurate recommendation.
Thank you, Gus. Any other question, comment for Natasha? Okay, thanks a lot. Let's move on to the next presentation, which is Zero Circle. It is a startup from US and India, which offers a sustainability marketplace and assessment tool to handle or to enable sustainable financing. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Himan Seri, and I'm the founder of Zero Circle. We are a sustainable finance marketplace to enable the green economy for the small and mid-sized businesses. Today, sustainability efforts for SMBs are significantly underfunded. Most Tier 1 banks have green loan programs to finance the $50 or $100 million energy transition initiatives, and there are various initiatives for micro businesses in developing nations. But net zero transformation is really held back in the mid-market. For example, the independent truck driver trying to decarbonize his 10-truck fleet, or a multifamily property owner trying to finance their decarbonization in their building. The process today is extremely complex, fairly expensive, and non-standard. This is where Zero Circle can help. Our innovative marketplace connects businesses and lenders to access and deploy green loans. We do this by focusing on three specific things. First, our AI-powered marketplace helps businesses qualify for green loans by creating a comprehensive lender-focused sustainability profile. Second, we align and connect businesses with the relevant lenders based on the lender's impact and sustainability criteria, effectively becoming the matchmaker. Then, once the loan has been issued, we partner with the business and monitor their ongoing sustainability-related milestones and covenants identified by the loan. Using the marketplace, we can unlock new deal flow for the banks, accelerate and simplify the underwriting time for green loans, and reduce costs for both lenders and businesses while meeting net zero or energy reduction objectives for all parties involved. We do this using our proprietary multi-state sustainability assessment framework that combines data, analytics, AI to automate and simplify the lender qualification for a mid-sized organization. This will help these organizations very quickly create their lender-specific impact performance scorecard to qualify and identify financial institutions for green loans on the marketplace. The platform is live for SMBs to take them through the qualification process, and we plan to launch the marketplace in the next 90 days. Our company is unique in that we offer a tech-enabled platform that focuses on specific sustainability requirements for the various mid-market loan initiatives. While there are other organizations attempting to solve this problem, most of them are service-enabled rather than tech-enabled. Additionally, many of these organizations use standardized ratings which do not fully address the sustainability requirements of the green loans. The market opportunity for Zero Circle is significant and is growing rapidly, given the increasing pressure on companies across the world to reduce their carbon footprint and become a more sustainable and energy efficient organization. As more organizations prioritize sustainability initiatives, platforms like ZeroCircle will be required to help them transition to meet these objectives. Our traction at ZeroCircle has been incredibly strong since our launch. We've been able to sign on multiple customers in just the last few weeks, and we are thrilled to have received positive commitments from several large financial institutions to partner with us for the marketplace. In fact, currently we are helping to qualify about $20 million in green loans using our platform. Our sales pipeline is also very strong, and we are seeing a lot of interest and demand for ZeroCircle. We believe that the interest thus far is a testament to the value that ZeroCircle can unlock, and we are excited to continue building on this momentum moving forward. Our pricing model is very simple and straightforward. We charge financial institutions a transaction fee based on the size of the loan, and organizations an annual platform fee based on the size of the company. This allows us to generate revenue from both sides of the marketplace. Our initial focus is on loan sizes between $50,000 and $15 million in the agriculture and real estate sectors. And most of the current opportunities we are seeing are sitting between $1 and $3 million of loan sizes. We have a remarkable team and advisors who will help us make ZeroCircle a success. With more than 20 years of experience, I have created enterprise-grade solutions focused on financial services, sustainability, and supply chains. Before launching ZeroCircle, I served as the Chief Product Officer for the Risk and Compliance Solutions at Dun & Bradstreet, and my experience in this role inspired me to start ZeroCircle. My partners, Ambi Murthy and Doug Van Poppel, are accomplished entrepreneurs with marketing and sales backgrounds. They have successfully scaled companies to $100 million in revenues during their careers. The company has been bootstrapped so far, and we are currently fundraising for $750,000 to fully launch the marketplace, onboard about 200 organizations, and provide about 12 months of runway. Thank you for your time, and please reach out if you have any questions.
Thank you. We have Hemant on the call to respond to your questions. Questions, please. Anybody? Hemant, do you want to quickly say hello?
Hey guys, I'm dialing in from New York here. It's been kind of interesting. We just signed a new contract with a partner to onboard about 2,000 banks in the next few months. So we've been able to satisfy the supply side of our kind of marketplace, and now we're focusing heavily on the demand side, basically at customer acquisition and mid-market acquisition. So we seem to get a lot of traction now. Now we just have to figure out how to scale this, very quickly from here.
Thank you, Hemant. Okay, and you've maybe seen poll on your screen. Please respond to that. The next presentation is FastSense from Israel, which offers gas sensors on a chip to monitor net zero transition from nitrogen gas to hydrogen. Here we go.
My name is David Suter, and I'm the CEO of FastSense. FastSense is all about advanced hydrogen sensing. We detect and analyze gas in a gaseous environment. Green molecules themselves, especially hydrogen, it has something which is called a fugitive molecule, and the fugitive molecule is a very hard to detect molecule which easily gets through cracks in pipes, can damage equipment, if not cause real issues. So in order for us to get to net zero, we rely on gas sensors, but gas sensors, as soon as you start mixing gases, suffer from cross-sensitivity. Cross-sensitivity means that if I have hydrogen and I have carbon dioxide in the same environment, I don't understand which one is which. So gas chromatography, which is the next option, is very expensive. They're large, they're cumbersome, very difficult to use. But these are our options at the moment in order to deploy hydrogen onto our gas grid, to transport it, to produce it. These kind of equipment that's required is not available in mass scale. So what do? If you're an Acme energy company, so you could be a gas grid, you can be a electricity provider producing energy. But you need sensing. You need to understand what's in your gas. So we give you hydrogen quantification, and we set it as gas sensors as a service. The team, as we stand, is, like I said, we're a spin-off from Bar-Ilan University. Myself, I'm all about data interoperability, and my two co-founders, Melina, is all about hydrogen sensors, and the Professor Zitoun is all about energy storage. So we have a well-versed team to tackle the challenge. So again, we do two things. We do leak detection and we do gas analysis, just so we confirm. Leak detection, it's a rip and stick type sensor, very small. You put it on either the pipeline, on your vehicle, wherever you potentially would think there'll be a leak. And it's very low ppm, so we're very accurate and reliable. On the flip side is an actual instrument itself. So the instrument does gas analysis. This is more meat on the bone in terms of understanding what's in your gas within a pipeline environment. So we'd effectively put the equipment into your pipeline and understand what's happening in your stream. So in your gas stream itself, we want to know what the content is. And we can tell you the hydrogen content in other gaseous environments. Obviously, in today's day and age, you need to be IoT enabled. You need to be able to transfer data interoperably. And we're effectively doing that through our IoT, which act as nodes. So they're nodes on the grid. And those nodes on the grid have a central management cluster that sends data to the cloud. It can be other environments as well, like Modbus, if you're an industrial grid, or if you're a plant, you're going to use different types of communication portals. How do we do it? So we print sensors, okay? It sounds quite straightforward, but it's not. We take a silicon wafer, we coat it with several layers, and then we send a very small laser down the middle of it to create this laser bubble technique, which is patented. And it's ours, and it enables us to quantify the hydrogen in a gaseous environment. That's the line. You can see the line going down. That's the line on the gold pads on the silicon wafer. So effectively, the chip or the semiconductor will end up looking like this. So I think my time is up. It's been a pleasure talking with you. I look forward to hearing back your feedback.
Okay, questions for David? And my degree may have died 100 times when I said nitrogen to hydrogen while introducing process. Okay, go ahead, Rob, please.
Yeah, so we do natural gas and hydrogen pipeline and work, that type of work, and we're finding that in the Canadian context, there is interest to start converting natural gas to hydrogen and maybe a blend of natural gas and hydrogen. So would that be the type of use case scenarios that you would be looking for? And also, what types of pilots have you already done?
Yeah, hey, Bob, nice to meet you. And it's a very good question, because it's exactly the use case that we are kind of focusing on at the moment. As you're aware, maybe some of the audience isn't, but as we kind of proceed to a net zero future, the plan is to pump hydrogen into our natural gas pipelines to a percentage depending on what the country's allowance is. So it can be 1%, 5%, 20% if you're really lucky. And so one of the things that is going on there is that you're mixing two types of gases. You're mixing hydrogen and you're mixing natural gas, which is mainly methane. So hydrogen has a different flow rate to natural gas or to methane. And so therefore, in order to understand or to operate your grid effectively, you need to do things like flow correction. You need to know how much you're injecting in the grid. You need to know how much you're delivering to the end user. And at the moment, we're only using one gas. We're only using natural gas or methane. So, and that has a problem, because at the moment we do an average, I don't know if I said it in the video, but we do an average gas rate. Okay, it's not like electricity. Electricity you pay for watts, whereas gas you pay individually. So you really need to quantify how much gas you're getting. And there are ways to do that in the metering at the moment, but as soon as you start mixing two gases, like I said to you in the beginning, the problem is cross sensitivity with several sensors. So sensor doesn't know which gas it's reading. There's an interference. So yeah, that's definitely the use case. It's one of the use cases. I mean, we're effectively planning to commoditize our nano sensors for many different types of gases. And so you said about the use case, the applications, the case studies. So we just finished a feasibility with SNAM. I don't know if you know SNAM. SNAM is a 40,000 kilometer pipeline in Europe. We're working with NG at the moment to deliver them 10 unique products for their pipeline. Energas is a few companies that we're working in pipelines with. So I'd be happy to follow up with you and take this offline whenever you'd like and see what we can do together. Kind of lost everybody. Yeah.
Thank you, David. I think there are some questions on the LinkedIn Live page as well. So if you could go on there, that would be great. Okay, the next presentation is ERAK from Ghana, which offers waste management and trading platform for a cleaner and circular economy. And here we go.
Hi, my name is Joseph and welcome to ERAK. We are a tech sustainable, renewable energy company in Ghana with a mission to redefine waste as a resource. With 97% of waste ends up in landfills, we are producing and selling more than 3 million plastic bottles every 60 seconds. We have low sustainability, continuous environmental damage, with up to 230 million metric tons of greenhouse gases being produced from plastics, accounting for 15% of methane emissions, with increased vehicle emissions adding to our sorrow. With that, we propose 100% recycling through our one-click order service, OCOS, which is an application that gives customers or users the opportunity to order waste management from the comfort of their home and to trade their waste. We call it the Uber and Amazon of waste. We have Carol, that is a project that employs the production of biofuels from plastics and then the capture of emissions directly from vehicles. Under our solutions, we have these services. We have Wesco, a mobile segregated waste pickup service. We have OCOS, the Uber and Amazon of waste. And then we have Carol, biofuel production, and then Vice, the vehicle emission extractor. Like infrastructure for OCOS, this is a bit of our UI for the application where customers can either request for pickup or can trade their waste, giving the power to the public to make money from their own waste, thereby defining it as a resource. This is our infrastructure for Carol. This is the machine we've designed for biofuel production, converting plastics to fuel. With our market, with a TAM of 160 million, 100 million, and 84 million respectively for our various products and services, we are targeting 10% of these total addressable markets. Our business model is such that with Wesco, we charge $10 on a monthly subscription with a $2 intermittent request fee. With OCOS, we trade a minimum of $1,200 per metric ton and then charge 10% commission on all independent waste trading. With Carol, biofuels, we are selling at $3.25 per gallon at a monthly capacity of 2,335 gallons at the end of each month. With our go-to-market, integrating segments into our analytics, we are able to narrow down on the specific customers that actually need our services, thereby cutting down on unnecessary logistics and procurement processes and advertisement costs, giving us the best way or the best go-to-market strategy to reach the best market that is right for our product and our services. With our market validation, we have Zoomland, the biggest waste management company here in Ghana, and OMB in Australia. And none of these markets are employing online services. unlike ours. With our competition, we are the only company providing both offline and online services. We are providing premium at the best affordable price that you can have. With our financials, this is our traction and projection, the traction for the last 3 years and the projections for this year and next year. We are seeking a $250,000 investment to reach 50,000 resale subscribers on our app and 15,000 offline customers. In total, we are seeking to reach 65,000 new customers and to launch our first prototype for the Vice device and then the first 1,000 pieces of the device for market. This is the team. Together we have a combined years of experience. We have a combined 25 plus years of experience in the circular economy and renewable energy industry. With our impact, with SDGs alone, we are fulfilling 41.18% of the SDG goals and then 100% of the ESG goals. This is our roadmap. This year, we are cracking the shell. Next year, we run off. In 2026, we are taking flight. And in 2027, we are exploding all over the world. Thank you.
Okay, questions for Joseph from Iraqi? Joseph, do you want to quickly say hi?
Yeah, hi. My name is Joseph. So, from Ghana, we are a company who we pride ourselves. We like to say our product is waste. So we just trying to give ways on how to make waste. We define it as a resource both for people and for the community. So this is a great initiative to invest your money in. We are trying to protect the environment whilst creating value for investors and society as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate your presentation. Okay, so these were all the presentations, and I know that it was a marathon for the jury members to go through 10 presentations in such a short period of time, capturing all the information, asking all the right questions, and so on and so forth. So I would request our jury members to provide feedback or insights on one or two startups that stood out for them. And I don't want to put somebody on spot, but if anybody wants to volunteer to be the first jury member to share your feedback, your insights on one or two startups.
Yeah, let me go.
Please go ahead, Marcus. Yeah.
Okay, so I think the RSU, I think he's still on the call, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think that struck a chord with me because of similar challenges we have with controlling plastics and other waste materials and so forth. And I'm looking for an opportunity to have a chat with him in terms of the scalability of this initiative, especially in our mining communities. Because in mining, we're the governor, the mayor, in every mining community, the mining company does everything. That's how it is here. So looking forward to having a discussion with him. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Marcus. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I can go.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so for Fast Sense, so I really like the fact that you have physical product. So it was nice for a startup. It would be interesting to know more about the financial. The tech seems to be solid, but then what's the go-to market? I saw in the chat that you put a link to something that's been tried in France. That's actually a market I know a bit. I worked for the gas provider before. I'd be interested to have a chat, but definitely they would need a go-to market and how to make money and work in financial to make it a valid VC investment possibility. Again, if you want to have a chat.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Anna, please.
Sure. So thank you, guys. It was great. It's such a diversity of topics. It's almost hard mentally to swap from one to another. You are all fascinating. I really like the Elpida. I think I have a bias to vaccines and the business, and the ESG Gentle and Reflaunt. I think you have great, value proposition out there. I would encourage you to follow up on those few points that we have raised as possibly something to complement, and also look at the broad picture. I think we always jump into the sustainability, but it's just so also linked to the social aspects and the broader ESG agenda. I think if you can think how you can complement your value proposition by the whole ESG spectrum, that's something to look at as well, I think. And yeah, if you need any help or advice, really keen to help you as well.
Thanks a lot, Anna. And being in the startup ecosystem, we are pretty shameless, right? So we don't say no to any support which is coming from the corporate, from the policymakers, from the investors, and so on and so forth. So yeah, definitely would appreciate your support in the growth journey of these startups. Candice, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. I feel so touching for having so many startups solving different problems across the world, from the rural to Africa to every corner of the world. So I'm particularly interested in Zero Circle because we need so much funding to support the transitioning of different companies, especially the SME, into a low carbon economy. So I think in Hong Kong, we need that proposition a lot because, for example,
Joshua?
Sorry,
Joshua?
David. Can we mute David quickly? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm also very interested in ES Dental because Hong Kong is a very fast-paced city, so everyone just buying them. So if we would have that solution, it will help the fast fashion problem solve a little bit. So really excited and looking forward to work with these startups. Thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciate that, Candice. Penny?
Thank you, guys. I think really well done on everything that you achieved so far, and echoing Anna's point, just such a rich diversity of solutions that's been shared today. I think today we've touched a lot across very broad spectrum or dimensions of sustainability. I think it's also equally important that if we wear the hat of that, we are trying to be offering sustainability services, to also consider how sustainable your own practice are, but also how, when it scales your startup, how you maintain that sustainability as an organization, right? As you move from a startup and onwards. For me, I thought Faradai, I might be pronouncing that wrong. I think that was of particular interest for me. I see a lot of decarbonisation end-to-end challenges in the Asia Pacific market. So Sahin, I'd be very interested to have a conversation with you to see how we can brainstorm some ideas on how we can tackle that. Just thank you again. I think this is a really exciting space to be in, right? And it takes more than one individual or one startup to nail ESG. So well done, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Prab, please go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Again, Pankaj, thank you for the opportunity to be involved, and thank you to all our presenters. Great to see innovative startup companies focusing on tackling sustainability and climate change challenges. From my end, all of them were very interested. I would say FastSense and Yuana Energy, I would be interested in having further conversations with, very much related to the type of work that I do in the infrastructure space, focused on solar and renewable energy, and then also in the pipeline space in terms of natural gas blending and hydrogen. I think those will be solutions that we see employed by governments more and more as they look to decarbonize energy and fuel systems. From a personal interest, I think Reflaunt is a very unique concept. And I think that the fashion industry produces a lot of waste, and I think that Reflaunt is providing a very unique solution to address that in the industry.
Thanks a lot, Prab. Sivang?
Yeah, so thanks again for everyone. So definitely super diverse, and it's very enlightening to see a lot of different startups tackling the sustainability issue on their own end. Personally, I am very interested in Reflaunt's solution as well. So echoing a lot of other people's points, I do like that their business model is sort of a slightly different angle with the same value proposition of a lot of different startups that have tried this in the past, and it seems like this angle is the way to go. And I do hope that succeeds. Fashion really is a huge contributor to global sort of climate change. And from a corporate side of things, I think, from my side of things, Hong Kong Science Park, we have a lot of partners within the sustainability area. So whether it's property developers or construction companies, or, all the way to financial institutions that are headquartered in Hong Kong, sustainability is just something that's just going to be growing, and we'll have a lot of companies and partners who are going to ask us, hey, do you have any solutions in this field? And luckily for us, we also are very interested in really developing these solutions. And obviously for each startup, they have their own needs and their own sort of things that they're looking for. And we can, if you guys are interested, we can see how we can really help you guys out in finding the right support, finding the right partners, or, even potentially investing into some of these companies as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Siwang. Appreciate your support. Anybody else wants to chime in, probably share your feedback, insights? Okay, I think this has been a very fantastic session, and I know it's a bit late in Hong Kong, Singapore. It's Friday evening, and I can't hold you, more because I know you need to go for party or other funs. But hey, really appreciate your time, jury members. It has been absolute pleasure to present these startups to you, get your feedback, get your insights. And I'm sure that we'll be reviewing your scores as well to learn from your scores, from your assessment, and improve and grow overall, right? Startups, thanks a lot for putting in all the information in that 4 to 5 minutes long presentation. I know it's extremely difficult, but you are master at what you do. So again, I appreciate everybody's time today. I hope that we can reconnect in the next few weeks, few quarters, and see how we can support each other, right? To the corporate leaders, innovation leaders from different organizations, if these startups can support you achieving your goals faster, meeting the product capabilities faster, then that would be really appreciated. That would be highly encouraging for us. Again, thanks everybody for your time. Have a good weekend, and we'll reconnect soon. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, guys.